Hi, I just wanted to do a video on loneliness as it's something that has affected me greatly in my life. I'm new to TikTok and YouTube, so when I do videos I don't follow a script. I'm literally just talking to the camera, so if I do make a mistake or stall or say the wrong thing, please bear with me. I'm trying to just find my feet in all of this. So talking about loneliness, so I think since the COVID pandemic, it's kind of been more highlighted how isolated and lonely people feel nowadays. We're in an age where we seem to be more connected. We've got mobile phones, computers, and we've got all this accessibility to communication, yet everyone seems to feel more lonely than they ever have. Now, I've battled with my mental health and depression since my teens, early 20s, even my early 30s. I've gone through phases where I felt very lonely, very lonely and very depressed. And I think there's two types of loneliness that we have to consider. So the first one is you don't always have to be on your own to feel lonely. You can be in a group of friends or with people you know, and you can feel totally disconnected for them. And that I personally think is worse, because at least when you're on your own and you feel lonely, you kind of know why. But if you're with people that you should have a social connection with, that's even, more confusing, because you think, well, why am I lonely? Why do I feel lonely when I'm with them? That's when I think you have to question the people you're with and why you don't feel connected to them. Secondly, obviously you get lonely when you're on your own, and it is a tricky one. How do you deal with it? When I felt lonely, sometimes you just have to let it pass. Just know that it is a temporary feeling. Try and arrange social events or try and get out, even just going out for a walk. I find that a massive help for me for depression. Going on long walks can really help clear your mind. You come back and you feel better in yourself. And just, make a list of all the people that you are close to. Try and make a point of seeing them as often as you can. And just remember that, and another thing you have to remember as well is that everyone feels lonely, okay? It doesn't matter how popular you are or how many friends you have or how many social events you go to. Everyone, I promise you, at some point in their life has felt that way, And you can be in a relationship and feel lonely. You could be married and feel lonely. You could, be surrounded by all your work colleagues and still feel totally disconnected from them. When I worked as a chef in my late teens, early 20s, I worked in a very heavily male-dominated industry. It was quite cliquey. I wasn't really included in things, and they'd all go out to social things, not invite me. And and it wasn't nice. I used to feel that there was something really wrong with me, and why wasn't I included in things? But I just realised at the end of the day, they weren't really nice people. They weren't actually people I wanted to be friends with, because there was, a lot of them were two-faced and they were just using each other. So in a way it was a blessing I wasn't included, because I didn't let them take advantage of me. And I think when you do feel lonely, just remember it is absolutely normal what you're feeling. We all feel like this from some time, and just remember it will pass. You're not the only one to feel like this. We all have days, and it always seems to be worse in the winter. I don't know why, but I always feel it, when the evenings are dark and it's cold, and I don't know, it just seems to, mentally it just seems to affect you more. But like I say, if you do feel really bad, try and reach out to someone, go for a walk, go to the gym. Don't sit in with a bottle of vodka getting drunk, because that just won't solve anything. Just work at improving yourself, work at improving your fitness, and just know that eventually the feeling will pass. Sometimes it isn't easy. Sometimes we go through low phases in life. That's just the way life is. It's up and down. No period in your life is amazing forever. You're going to go through low patches. But just remember, there are always people out there that care about you. There's always at least one person you can turn to, and you've got the Samaritans, and just remember there are millions of people that feel exactly the way you do. So just know you're not alone. Know that the feelings will pass, and reach out to someone and just keep improving yourself. Just keep day by day, looking at ways to improve your life and living the best life you can. That's all we really can do.